Hi everyone, this is Diana over at Crafting Parties. Today I am going to show you how to use your backpack templates for the goodie bag. That is like a little backpack. Oh, I had one around here. Here we go. Which would be this one. So that's what we will be doing today. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I have my template already cut up. You will need 2 of these pieces, one for the front, one for the back. You will need your little flap, which is the one that closes your little bag. This is the side strip that goes all around. And then you have your 2 handles. So what I like to do, like I do with all of my goodie bags, I put cardboard inside so they are a little more sturdy and it's easier to make. So I have these cut up already, and all you do is you hot glue them to another piece of craft foam, which I will be doing right now. Okay. And you do that to all 3 pieces. You will need 3 pieces. And then you cut them with the X-Acto knife. And I'm only doing one just to show you, because I already have this done. Okay, so you cut this up. Okay, now you're gonna make 3, like I said. You're gonna do 3, and you're gonna have you're gonna put craft foam inside. I mean, you don't have to. I do it just so it looks nicer on the inside. And on one of them, you're going to leave it just the way it is. You're not going to bend it or anything. On the other 2, which are the ones that go on the side, and let me show you one that I already have made. These other 2 will go on the side, and these are bent. The one, you leave one of them intact, and then you bend the other ones. And the way you do that, or the way I do that, I just grab, let's see, just something that's like a marker or something, and then you just roll it onto your marker. So, and then that just gives it a little more mobility. And then what you do is you take your side flap, and what I do just so I can have it the same size on both of my on my bag, is I fold it in half, and then I just take just something sharp and just like mark where the half is, just like so. And then on my little cardboard, the one that goes in the middle, that one also needs to be marked where your half is. So you just take your ruler, or just take your ruler, see how big it is. It's 3.5 inches. And then you just mark the half. And you know what, just to show you how this part is done, let me just go ahead and do these just so I can explain it better. So let me go ahead and hot glue these on here. Okay. Here's one, and here's the other. I wasn't going to do this, so sorry that I don't have it done. Okay. And then let's just cut these out. Okay. Sorry, I have music today. They're working outside, and I don't want you guys to be hearing all that noise outside. So I decided to put a little bit of background music. Okay. Oops. Here we go. Okay. So like I said, you leave one of them intact, and then you bend the other 2. So let's do that to this one as well. Okay, so you see, you have two like that, and then one that's straight. Okay, so now you take your big strip, and like I said, you mark your half on the one that's not bent. You mark your half on the big strip as well. And then you take your hot glue, go all around it, and you stick it right in the middle where you did your marks. Okay, here we go. Okay. And then you take your other pieces. You start by putting some glue on the edge and then just a little on the bottom. Or you could, you know, you can do it any way you want. But then you stick that on here. And do the same to the other side. And then you just put some more glue on here. And you stick it on. Do the same thing on the other side. I really like working with my big glue gun, but I ran out of hot glue for the big glue gun. I don't like these small ones. The bigger one is much more, it gives out a lot more heat, and the glue is, I like it better. Okay, so now we have this piece, which is the one that I originally had. Okay, so let's work with this one since this one's already dry. Okay, now what we do is you take one of your flaps, and you go ahead and fold this one in half as well, just a little bit. Don't crease it or anything. And then just mark the middle, just a little bit. And you will start sticking it with hot glue in the middle where you marked to put this middle flap. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Okay. So let's start again with the hot glue. Let me get some more glue because I am running out. Okay. I start little by little just so I don't end up with the glue getting cold. So take your little mark that you made on there and stick it right in the middle. If you don't do this, you're gonna end up with it not going correctly all around, because it's not going to be the shape, and then you're going to end up with one of these flaps being either shorter or bigger than the other one. So you have to make sure you mark your middle on your pieces. Okay, this is a little bit of a slow process just because I can't really go that fast, because you have to wait. You have to stick it on there, wait for it to dry a little until you continue. I really wish I had one of those cameras where you can see from the top. It would be easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. But really what I'm doing is I'm just putting glue just on the inside right here. I do a little bit at a time so that way I can start folding it. If I put it all around, it's going to be pretty hard because I'm not going to be able to put it in the shape that I want it. gets a little tricky. Just a little bit of patience. And I just go back and forth on the sides. You can do one side and then the other. Doesn't really matter. Just gotten used to working this way. A lot of you guys were asking me if I had instructions on how to do if the templates came with instructions. They don't, because I find it that if I write the instructions down, it's not going to be, you guys are probably not going to understand what I'm saying, or, you know, there's not really an easy way to explain it in writing. It's so much easier if you guys just see me do it. That's why I decided to do this video. I know it's not the best video, but if you guys have any questions when you guys are doing yours, feel free to leave me a message and I will be more than glad to answer any questions you have. If you want to purchase the template, you can go on my Instagram page. I will leave the link on the bottom of this video and you can purchase it there. I also have the template for the other bag that I made, the other video I have for the one that looks like a little purse. That one's on sale as well. I won't have them for sale for a long time. I've had people ask me for them, so that's why I decided to make a few of them and sell them. So if you guys want one, make sure to head on over to my page. Okay, we're almost halfway done on this side. It does take a little bit of patience to do. And as you keep doing them, it gets easier. I remember the first ones I made, they were all crooked. And plus the first ones I made, I didn't really put cardboard inside. I only put the one on the bottom. So these sides were really hard to stick on there. Took a lot of patience. So this is the way it's gonna look when you have your front flap on there. So now you do the same thing on the other side. Fold it in half. Mark your half on the bottom, just so you know where to start. And I already have it marked. I don't know if you can see it. I have it marked down there. And I have it marked on my flap, so that's where I start. So put some more glue on there. Let's make sure it's on the middle. Now you're probably wondering why I didn't close it all the way. It's easier just for me to handle it this way, doing all the way to where the cardboard is at. And then this is just much easier to stick on there. So I don't know, it's just easier for me. You guys can do it whatever's easier for you guys. This is just the way I do it. You know, you guys can do them, you know, a lot of different colors. You know, they don't all have, it doesn't all have to be one color. You can do, you know, you can do this side one color. You can do these another color. You can do the flap another color. I sometimes do the flaps, the front flap where, you know, where it closes. I do that one sometimes in a different color. There's a lot of options. There we go. Almost done. Now I use the regular hot glue to glue these on here. I've seen some other crafters who use crazy glue. I've tried it with crazy glue and I don't know, it doesn't work for me. Maybe I'm not using the correct one, I don't know, but I've tried it with crazy glue and they fall apart, so. And I mean, even with this hot glue, because it is hot glue, and if you expose your bags to extreme heat or leave them in the sun, or like if you leave them in a hot car, they will fall apart because the glue will get warm again and they will fall apart, so you have to be careful with that. I've never had anybody tell me that they fell apart, but they will. I mean, if you leave them in a hot car, they will fall apart, or, you know, if you leave them somewhere where there's direct heat to them. So just make sure, you know, or be aware that can happen. Okay, we're almost done with these. Okay, just a little bit more over here. Okay, so we are done with these, and now all we have to do is finish gluing these. So what I do here, now if you want, and sometimes I do it, and I think I'm going to do it with this hot glue because I don't know if you guys noticed that some of the hot glue sticks are better than others. I find that the ones that are more yellowish in color. See, because I have these that are a little lighter. I don't know if you can tell. Can't tell on here, but this one's a little lighter in color, and this one's like a darker yellow. The darker yellows, usually I find that they stick stronger, but for some reason these are not really working. So what I do is I take my hot glue gun and then I just go all around inside the bag and put glue just to, you know, make sure that it's really stuck on there. Okay, so now let's stick the rest of the bag. Now what I do is I just put a line of hot glue here. And then I just take my flap and stick it on there. There we go. Sorry everyone, I got cut off on my video. I had to stop it. Anyway, so we were sticking out these flaps, the remainder of the bag. I already did these two. Now we're going to finish these two. And do the same thing we did on top. Put some glue just on the very edge. Okay. And you just stick your flap on there. Just trying to get it right to the very edge, as far as on the edge as you can get it. And we do the same thing on the other side. There we go. You might have a little bit of excess glue on there, but that's okay. You can take it off while it's still kind of warm. Okay, there we go. So, we got our bag all made. Okay, now what I do next, okay, let me take a little bit of this hot glue off of the table. Okay. Now you take your flap, which is the one that goes on the front. And I usually just grab my ruler and whatever the ruler measures, which is, let's see, let me mark it first and then I'll tell you what it measures. Just mark it. And it's about an inch from where I marked it. I marked it right here. It's about an inch. And then I take my bag. I put some hot glue on this bottom part. Now you can make it as long or as short if you want. I make it this size. Put some glue on there. And then you just stick it on the inside, going as far as you made that mark. And like I said, you can make this flap another color, or you can leave it the same color, depending on what theme you're doing. You know, you can make it any color you want. See, so this would be your front flap. Okay. Now your handles go obviously on the back. Make sure you put them on the back. This is the way I do it. Put a little bit of hot glue on one of the ends. Stick it to the bottom. It's about, let's see, it's about an inch. It's about an inch from the bottom of the bag to where you stuck it to. Okay. Turn it around. And then you put a little bit of more hot glue on the bottom. Like I said, you guys can do it, you know, whatever's easier for you guys. And then make sure you stick it right on the edge of the other one. And then what I do is I mark just to where I want it to end. And then I just put glue on here. Just mark it to where. Put a little mark up here just to where I want the flap to stop. Or where I want, you know, how far I want it to go up. And you do the same thing on the other side. Put some more hot glue on the edge. And stick it on there. And like I said, you can make these, you can also make these in a different color. Like, or you can make them double. Like I did on this other bags. See, I made the blue one, which is the same color of the bag, and then I put a different color blue up on the top. It just makes them look a little nicer. You don't have to do that. And sometimes what I do is I make this flap the same color that I put on this edge. Just, you know, different ideas. So let's finish with this one. Okay, so you put glue on here as well. There we go. Now we mark it where it's going to end. Just so I know how far to put glue. There you go. You have your little flaps on there. I'm sorry, your little handles on there. Okay, now what I do is you take like I did with my other bags. I put some Velcro on the top. I have these little Velcro circles. Okay. Let me try to see where I left them at. There we go. Sorry. There we go. Okay. I have these little Velcro circles that I use to close my bag. So what I do is I peel it off and I stick it on the inside, and then I peel the other one off. They have their own sticky glue on there. You don't have to do that, but you know, it'll maintain the bag closed. Now, if you're gonna put a design on here, or let me see if I have one on hand right now that I can show you that I made. Hold on. Let's see. I have this one that I made. See, I put the different color handles, put a different color flap on here, and then I did these are PJ masks. Now, if you're going to put something on the front, I suggest you do that first. You stick on here whatever you're going to put on here before closing your flap. That way you know how far down it's going to go. Because if I went ahead and stuck the sticky on here, and then I put this on here, it's not, it's not going to fit. So make sure you put your design on there first before sticking the little Velcro sticky on there. That way you know how far down to do it. So there you have it, you guys. I hope I explained myself well. If not, like I said, you guys can always leave me a message with any questions you have. I'll be more than glad to answer them. If you want to purchase the template, like I said, go ahead and go into my IG page. It's Crafting Parties, and I'll leave the link on the bottom. You can also email me, and I will leave my email address as well on the bottom. I hope you enjoyed my video. Sorry for making it long. Thank you for following me, and I will try to keep making more videos. Thank you, everyone. Bye.